Hey, what's up, guys? I don't, I don't know how to start out.
Hi, Riot, teenagers. We desperately miss you, and we just kind of wanted to say that we're thinking about you. We've been praying for you, and we kind of wanted to reach out and
So we thought since tonight's kind of a riot night, we would do a um, a riot online, so you guys could tune in that way. And so we are kind of just trapped up on our hill, um, and our little farm that we have here with our animals. Um, I was thinking today that Ann and I mean, not to brag, but like we used to be pretty cool back in the day. We spent most of our weekends going to concerts and just different things all the time. And we moved out here to the middle of nowhere and started buying animals. And now we spend our time um, with our animals. We spend our mornings sitting and drinking coffee and watching birds at our bird feeder. And it may sound lame, but we absolutely love it.
I feel like this video is really going to stir up some unnecessary joking and teasing from family and friends because of our lifestyle. But we like it. We enjoy it. So before these baby goats, we had a goat that, well, the mom here had two babes that didn't make it. They were premature. And then when we found out she was pregnant again, we kind of freaked out. Well, at least I did. I went and bought, stuff for bottles, old blankets. We put a light in the stable. We fed her extra. I mean, we did everything we could.
We had like a video camera so we could watch from our phones.
Yeah, he put up this nanny cam, goat cam.
Yep.
That didn't really work very well. But we just checked on him every day. We were ready. We even were looking at the mom's udders to see if there's milk. Oh, it's a weird life. Never thought our life would have came to this. But when we were gone, and it was not even a few hours. One of our boys went up to go check on him. There were two babes in the stable, clean, healthy, walking around. So without any of our doing or preparation, they came anyway. So all that stuff was for nothing.
Yeah. So we were talking about this and we were thinking about this. Just how much preparation we went, how much worry we had to try to make sure that these goats were going to be healthy, and then we did absolutely nothing to help in the process. And the whole thing reminds me in the book of Job, this really cool couple chapters. It's like Job 38. And it's Job just going through so many difficult times and so many struggles, and he just calling out to God and kind of questioning God, and God kind of has this moment where he listens to him, and then God says, okay, now it's time for you to shut up and to brace yourself and to sit back and listen to me. And he goes through all this, these beautiful verses of just asking Job, well, where were you when this happened? You know, where were you in the beginning of the world? And then there's these verses, and he says, where were you? Like, do you know when goats give birth? Like, do you watch the doe as she has her babies? They give birth, and then the pain is ended, and those babies, they thrive and grow. And it just kind of reminds me that, like, not just of our goats, that we put all this worry, and yet God, God's still in control.
I think this is an unsettling time. I don't know about you guys, but Jason and I talk about how just weird it's been. Not necessarily like we are upset or just nervous all the time and everything, but it's just a very unsettling feeling of not being able to go out and do the things we typically do, and it's killing us not to be with you guys at Riot. Man, we miss you guys. We miss our Crossroads friends and just the things probably that we took for granted, and now it's been just kind of hard. But I know a lot of us have been struggling with worry, and actually, if you guys remember what we talked about Riot last time was Matthew 6:25-34, and I actually want to read it, and I want to read the Message version. But we talked about worry and like anxiety and what God specifically says about this. This is one of my favorite verses, and this is what I've turned to ever since I was little. If you decide for God, live in a life of God worship, it follows that you don't fuss about what's on the table at mealtimes or whether the clothes in your closet are in a fashion. There is far more to your life than the food you put in your stomach, more to your outer appearance than the clothes you hang on your body. Look at the birds, free and unfettered, not tied down to a job description, careless in the care of God, and you count far more to Him than birds. Has anyone by fussing in front of the mirror ever gotten taller by so much as an inch? All this time and money wasted on fashion, do you think it makes that much difference? Instead of looking at the fashions, walk into the fields and look to the wildflowers. They never primp or shop, but have you ever seen color and design quite like this? The 10 best dressed men and women in the country look shabby alongside them. If God gives you such attention to the appearance of wildflowers, most of which are never ever seen, don't you think He'll attend to you? Take pride in you, do His best for you? What I'm trying to do here is to get you to relax, to not be so preoccupied by getting, so you can respond to God's giving. People who don't know God and the way He works fuss over these things, but you know both God and how He works.
So if you remember the last time at Riot when we talked about our mindset and worry, one of the things that we said was that worry is us thinking that if we can just think about this long enough that it's going to work itself out. That's why we find ourselves just constantly thinking about the things we're worried about, and we stay up late at night, and we don't sleep because we're constantly thinking, if I could just think about this more, I could probably figure this out.
When Abram was called by God to be a nation for His people and have all these descendants, and I think he was really worried and stressed out about how this was going to come to pass when he was old and 100, and but God told him to get out of the tent. God told him, hey, see what I'm doing. Look up at the stars. I love that. And I feel like we can take a lot from that, is get out of social media, get out of the news, get out of our house, look at what God is doing right now. And I know a lot of you might come across this video and think, oh, these people are nuts. But to me, I look out and I see these animals that were created to do what they're supposed to be doing and loving their life. And I feel like we could do the same even through this hard time. And I know it's challenging, but I love how they have no worries.
We love you guys. We miss you guys. You have our phone number. Seriously, call us, text us anytime. We would love to hear from you guys. But until we're able to get back together, spend some time just worshiping God. Don't get caught up in the worry. Go outside. Get out of your tent and just look and see what God is still doing today. So, we love you guys.
Love you.
Well,
if you guys want some coffee and goat time, we can schedule you in, and we won't charge this time around, but next time I think that will be our
goat yoga
side business.
We'll do some goat yoga. So, all right, we'll see you guys.
Oh shoot! She like burped in my face.
Ellie.
Why are you up here? Okay. Smells like onion farts. No, not her.
I know.
It's Lucy. Come here.
Here.
Ow!